What's up, Spartans? Whack4863 in the place to be, and today I have a video showing you some of the lag issues, some of the things that you could do to mitigate the lag, to fix the lag. It all comes down to this, guys. I mean, it's plain and simple, real easy external drive. So when I started playing Conan, I was on an external drive, a regular old external hard drive. Nothing fancy, nothing special. You can pick them up, 40, 50 bucks now, pretty much anywhere. And I recently went to do an upgrade to a solid state drive. And so when I did that, I transferred the game to my internal drive. Now I wanted to do some testing just with the game on the internal drive. So on the left-hand side of the screen is the game playing on the internal drive. And then the right-hand side of the screen is the game playing on the external SSD. Now I'm trying to kind of run around and do things exactly the same as I did on both of them. And you'll be able to see some of the different loading and lag issues. Like on the left-hand side of the screen, it doesn't even show what's on that bench. But if you watched earlier on the right-hand side of the screen when I went to that bench, it showed it right away. It populated right away. So there is a tremendous difference in playing this game on an external drive. There's a little bit of difference on playing this game on an external SSD drive. Now, I have not tested playing this game on an internal SSD. My guess would be that it would also be quicker playing it on an internal SSD. But that takes a lot of work, right? You gotta get the SSD, you gotta install it into your PlayStation, you have to then download the firmware for PlayStation and update that, and it's a lot of time, it's a lot of work. This was very quick. I was able to move my game from my original external drive into the internal drive. It took about 20 minutes to move it, and then I was able to move it back onto the external drive again in about another 20 minutes. So 20-30 minutes each time, not a big deal, right? We're talking about an hour at most kind of getting that put together. Now you can see, and coming up here, here's a good point of view of what I'm talking about. I'm a little bit ahead on the left hand screen, which is the internal, and if you watch this building come in on the right hand side here, I'm going to try to give you a good view of it here. You can see the entire roof is missing, and I'm shuttering, I'm stopping, and the braziers are popping in, right? So you can see the braziers. On the right hand side, you can see most of the roof, the braziers. I've run past it already. On the left hand side, I'm still waiting for that to load in, looking away, looking back. It just never loaded in, right? So I just keep on going. You can see the base on the left screen, no roof at all. The base on the right screen, there's a roof. I'm going to show you what's in the animal pen. I'm going to show you what's in this base as well. So all of my people in this base are loaded correctly on the right hand side of the screen right now. Okay, go down here, look in the fridge, whatever. On the left hand side of the screen, as I run into the base, you're going to see that the characters at the benches are not loaded in correctly. They're all naked dudes. I don't have naked dudes running my stuff in my house, right? You know, here's the fridge, grab something to eat, turn around, and you can see they're still naked dudes. Now, it takes a while for these guys to populate, okay? And I actually end up looking up at the ceiling, and I come back down, and they're populated properly. It's female, or you know, they've got clothes on, whatever they're supposed to have. Now, if you roll back to where I started talking about that, on the right-hand side of the screen, I was looking in the animal pen. And when I looked in the animal pen, you can see that, you know, when I open it up, the menu all looks the same, right? All the same stuff's in there. But you can see all of the bays look empty, right? Every single bay looks empty. On the right hand side of the screen, they weren't empty. If you look back at the right hand side of the screen, you see all those thralls floating in the air. On the left hand side of the screen, we're going to come up to that point here in a moment, and you are going to see how slowly these render in. Now I'm on the same internet speed. I haven't changed anything except for the hard drive that this is running on. It's on the external. It's a 3.0 USB. It's a 500 gigabyte SSD, right? So here I'm actually going to stop, right? There's these letters for this guy's name. Here comes the thralls. They're popping in. Whatever. I teleport. The point is that the difference in this game can come down to what you're playing it on, right? So this game was developed for PC. We all know that, okay? They ported it over to Xbox, they ported it over to PlayStation. That causes some havoc because there are things about this game that the PlayStation memory, the PlayStation hard drive that they put in, the processor, it just does not process quickly enough to give you a great gameplay experience. You can see the base difference. This is my other base loading in, right? I've already seen my thralls on the right, dragon head. Here comes the map, right? On the left screen, no map. There's the map. There's no dragon head. You can see all of my different statues on the right. On the left, I ran into the wall. You don't see all but 2 of my statues there, right? So, you know, those haven't even populated in. I'm just going to stand here and wait and wait and wait for these things to populate in, right? So, here's what I'm on. I'm on the PS4 Pro. I have Super Sample enabled, now running the external SSD, which is absolutely amazing. You can do it with an external regular drive, and it is, I would say, almost no difference, right? Like, I can't tell that there's a huge difference between the external regular drive and the external SSD. So, if you have the capability to get one of those things, install it. That is definitely the way to go. I hope this video helped you, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll try to answer those. Peace.